how do you forgive?
Yeah, it's really difficult,
How do you
especially in
do
the
it?
heat of the moment.
Yeah, how do you actually do it? How do you get practical? I remember one time I preached a sermon when I first started pastoring on forgiveness, the need to forgive. And it was a good sermon. I even had a guy come up to me afterwards and say, "This is the best sermon I've ever heard on forgiveness." I said, "Thank you." He said, "Only one problem. You didn't tell me how to forgive. I know I need to, but I don't know how." And I
Yeah,
was like, "That's a good point. I don't even know if I know how to forgive." And then, you learn. Boiled forgiveness down to what I call the three C's. The first C in forgiveness, because this is where the battle begins, is you have to catch your thoughts. That's the moment you think about that person or that issue or whatever it is, it just, your thought then triggers an emotion. And so you have to catch your thoughts. And then this becomes difficult. You say, well, how in the world do I catch a thought in my brain? You catch it by opening your mouth. You have to change your words. When a thought comes into your mind about, Susie who did such and such, in that moment, you have to open your mouth and you literally have to say, I forgive Susie. You have to say it out loud because if you hear yourself say it, all of a sudden you begin to internalize it. So what you hear, you internalize. And so you have a thought, you have to counter the thought with a word because if I say, don't think about a pink elephant. Guess what everyone's doing right now? They're thinking about a
thinking
pink
about it.
elephant. Why are
Yeah.
they thinking about a pink elephant? Because I keep talking about a pink elephant. And so you internalize what you hear. So we catch our thoughts, we change our words, but then most importantly, this is how you seal forgiveness. You you have to cultivate your actions towards that person when you have an opportunity to hurt them, you have an opportunity to negatively speak about them, you choose not to. In fact, if you really want to forgive somebody, you're just like, I just need to do it. You have to bless them. I had a guy one time who
Wait, what does
tried,
that even mean?
I'm going to give you an example. I had a guy one time in my church. He worked his way up, the ladder, and then he tried to lead a church split in my church and he went and started his own church. Now, this happens all the time, but he went and did it and he took some people with him. And I was very mad at him, very, very mad at him because he stabbed me in the back and I thought he was my friend.
Right
And
on.
then he tried to split my church. And so, anyways, I would say, I forgive him. Anytime I would think about him, I would say out loud, I forgive him. However, there was probably a year had gone by, and I was getting ready to preach on a Sunday morning about forgiveness. And I'm going through my three C's: catch your thoughts, change your words, cultivate your actions. And all of a sudden, I get convicted by the Lord. I have caught my thoughts about this man. I have changed my words about this man, but I still haven't really forgiven this guy for what he did. It's Saturday night. I call my associate pastor and I say, this is going to make no sense, but I need you to do this tonight. I don't need it done Monday. I need it done tonight. I need you to financially bless that man's church who tried to split my church. Now, thank God for my associate pastor. He said, you got it, boss. He went and did it. Now, that was not so much in for them as it was for me. I needed to release what had happened. And here's the reality: that church doesn't even exist today, don't even exist. Ours is doing very well and thriving. I had to forgive him. And that was a practical way. You know what? I'm going to bless you in a financial way, even though you tried to really hurt me. I have to forgive you. Today, our church is doing great and their church no longer exists.